Volkswagen just placed a billion-dollar bet, and it's not on one of its own brands, it's on Rivian. And that move alone could quietly reshape the future of electric vehicles in the US and beyond. But that's only part of what's unfolding right now. Federal EV incentives are on the verge of disappearing. Rivian's most powerful quad-motor setup is finally launching. Charging costs are changing. Software is getting smarter, and the company's delivery numbers are revealing exactly how high the stakes are for the rest of the year. There's a lot happening, and every piece connects. Let's start with the move that sent the strongest signal. Volkswagen has officially doubled down on Rivian with a fresh $1 billion investment, increasing its ownership stake beyond the current 8.6%. If Rivian continues hitting key milestones, this deal could eventually push Volkswagen past Amazon as the company's largest shareholder. That alone tells you how serious this partnership has become. This investment didn't come out of nowhere. It was triggered by something Rivian hadn't achieved until recently: 2 consecutive quarters of gross profit. That financial turnaround unlocked the next phase of a much larger $5.8 billion commitment between the two companies. Of that total, $3.5 billion is earmarked directly for Rivian equity, while the remaining $2.3 billion is flowing into their joint venture, Rivian Volkswagen Technologies. That joint venture is doing more than just sharing resources. It's focused on co-developing a next-generation EV software platform, one that could become the backbone of future vehicles from both companies. And this is where the partnership starts to make even more sense. Rivian brings a clean-sheet EV architecture and a modern software stack. Volkswagen brings global scale and manufacturing power. For a legacy automaker that has struggled with software delays across its electric lineup, this collaboration may be less of a bonus and more of a necessity. Even with this progress, Rivian isn't out of the woods yet. The company still reported a net loss of $541 million last quarter. But compared to the $1.4 billion loss during the same period last year, the improvement is hard to ignore. Future investments from Volkswagen, another $1 billion in 2026, and a final $500 million in 2027 will depend on Rivian continuing to hit technological benchmarks, including successfully integrating its platform into the first jointly developed Volkswagen EV. The roadmap is promising, but execution will determine everything. And just as Rivian is gaining financial momentum, the broader policy landscape is shifting fast. A sweeping piece of legislation has passed the US House, rolling back nearly every major federal incentive tied to electric vehicles and clean energy. If it becomes law in its current form, the impact will be immediate and far-reaching. EV tax credits, charging incentives, home energy upgrades, and solar benefits are all facing expiration dates. For buyers, the clock is already ticking. New EV purchases must be completed before September 30th to qualify for the $7,500 federal credit. Used EV buyers face the same deadline for the $4,000 credit. Home charger installations will need to be completed before June 30th, 2026. Solar panels and other energy-efficient home upgrades must be installed before the end of 2025. Once those incentives are gone, the economics of buying an EV will change overnight. For Rivian, that means relying less on federal policy and more on creative pricing strategies. Limited-time lease offers, bundled charging solutions, and a stronger emphasis on domestic manufacturing could all play a role in maintaining demand. This moment represents a real stress test, not just for Rivian, but for the entire US EV market. Interestingly, Rivian isn't waiting to react. It's already making moves. With July underway, Rivian has rolled out new lease and trade-in offers on the R1T and R1S. These deals are clearly timed to offset uncertainty around incentives and encourage buyers who are on the fence. For anyone considering a purchase or lease this summer, the message is clear. The conditions right now may not last. At the same time, Rivian is quietly reducing another long-standing pain point: charging costs. Time-of-use pricing is officially rolling out across the Rivian Adventure network, starting with locations equipped with upgraded version 1.5 chargers. Instead of flat pricing, drivers will now see dynamic rates that reward off-peak charging, such as overnight or midday hours, when electricity is cheaper and cleaner. This change doesn't just lower costs for drivers, it also helps balance grid demand and improves overall efficiency. If time-of-use pricing isn't visible at a specific site yet, it's likely due to older hardware. About 60% of the network has already been upgraded to version 1.5, and more locations are expected to follow. It's a practical improvement that brings Rivian's charging strategy closer to how energy is actually consumed. On the software side, Rivian is continuing to refine the driving experience with its upcoming 2025.22 update. And there's more here than small tweaks. Driver assistance features will now function even when an electrical accessory is connected to the tow hitch, which is a meaningful upgrade for anyone hauling gear or equipment. The Go Chime system has also been refined, so it only activates when the vehicle ahead moves and the system detects that the driver isn't looking at the road. Fewer false alerts, less frustration. Stop-and-go driving is getting smoother as well. When adaptive cruise control or highway assist is active and the vehicle comes to a stop, the system will now remain engaged longer, as long as driver attention is confirmed before pausing. It's a subtle change, but one that makes daily driving noticeably more comfortable. These improvements point to deeper use of Rivian's infrared driver monitoring system embedded in the rearview mirror. That hardware is finally being leveraged in meaningful ways, opening the door to more intelligent assistance features in the future. Performance enhancements are also part of the update. Drivers can expect improved handling, better roll support, and a more agile feel across all drive modes. For Gen 2 vehicles, hot weather performance has been improved, with faster cabin cool-down and better climate stability during steady driving. It's clear Rivian is focused on refining not just headline features, but real-world usability. But the biggest performance news doesn't come from software alone. Rivian has officially confirmed the long-awaited Gen 2 quad-motor launch, and it's arriving July 8th. Alongside the announcement came a teaser that reignited excitement among performance enthusiasts. The vehicle is shown executing what appears to be a pivot maneuver reminiscent of the original tank turn, now reportedly rebranded as a kick turn. Unlike the original concept, which raised concerns around trail damage and practicality, this new version appears to rely on independent torque vectoring for more controlled movement. Whether it allows a full 360-degree rotation or a limited pivot designed for tight trail navigation remains unclear. The new name alone suggests there may be boundaries in place. One of the biggest unanswered questions is whether Gen 1 quad owners will ever gain access to this capability. While the hardware may theoretically support it, the original Bosch motors could be the limiting factor. For now, Rivian isn't saying. What is clear is the performance potential. The Gen 2 quad launches with staggering numbers: 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, 1,025 horsepower, 1,198 pound-feet of torque, and a quarter-mile time of just 10.5 seconds. Beyond raw power, what truly sets it apart is customization. Drivers will be able to fine-tune regen behavior, roll stiffness, ride height, and pedal mapping. That level of control raises an important point. Other high-performance variants, especially the tri-motor setup, are already incredibly capable. At their price point, they deserve the same depth of performance tuning. Customization shouldn't be exclusive, it should be a standard expectation. Finally, the numbers that tie all of this together. Deliveries. Rivian reported Q2 2025 production of 5,979 vehicles and deliveries of 10,661 between April and June. The drop in production was intentional, as the company slowed output to prepare for its 2026 model year vehicles. Despite that slowdown, Rivian is maintaining its full-year delivery guidance of 40,000 to 46,000 vehicles. Looking back, Q1 2025 saw 14,611 vehicles built and 8,640 delivered. Combined, that brings first-half deliveries to roughly 19,300 units. To stay on track, Rivian will need to deliver between 20,000 and 27,000 vehicles in the second half of the year, roughly 10,000 to 13,000 deliveries per quarter. That makes the upcoming quarters critical. New model launches, changing incentives, improved charging economics, and performance upgrades are all converging at once. The question now isn't whether Rivian has momentum, it's whether it can scale fast enough to keep it. What happens next will define the company's trajectory, not just for the rest of the year, but for the next phase of the EV market as a whole.